Okay, guys, a couple of quick thoughts on the subject of massage therapy. So, this is one of the most talked about recovery modalities. So, we want to talk about it from a coaching perspective and how that might fit into the context of an overall program for performance and athletic development for age group triathletes. So, first things first, massage would fall into category of recovery. So it's much talked about, but our number one recovery modality will always be sleep. So that's both the duration and quality of the sleep we're getting at night and any other sleep that we're getting during the day. That's always going to be our number one and has to be at the top of the list. The other things such as massage and foam rolling and icing and everything else, they're all the one percenters. Whereas the key one is sleep. That's the other 99% when it comes to recovery and adaptation from the training stimulus and the training load. So there's a couple of different types of massage, but we're going to talk about deep tissue or sports massage. And essentially, massage has its place, I believe, from a coaching perspective, because it is a therapist getting into and manipulating the soft tissues of our body, and that can help us realign. It can help increase blood flow, and it can help manage tightness and potentially injury risks. So I definitely believe there's a place for it for age group triathletes. However, it's very important to understand how it affects you. So I think the number one thing is finding a therapist that you can trust, and that works for you, and one you enjoy it, and or you're seeing value from getting a massage. So it's important to understand what effect a massage has on you, and that's practically like it's actually having a positive effect for you and helping you progress and move forward, but also in terms of how your body responds to that in the immediate 24 to 48 hours following a massage. And that's when, from a coaching point of view, we need to consider when we're getting massages, and what effect they're having on the body, and then manipulating the training program around that to ensure that you're actually getting the positive adaptations from the massage itself. So much the way as having a very hard training stimulus and making sure that we adapt and get the benefit from it. It's the same if we're going to invest in this recovery modality. We need to understand how the body responds. So for some, you might feel quite heavy and lethargic for a couple of days and then feel fresh, day 2 or 3 following the massage. And for others, it might be that, after having a sleep, the next day wake up feeling nice and loose and relaxed and rejuvenated. So whatever it is for each individual, then we can actually manipulate training accordingly, and ensure that we're getting the best bang from our buck. And I think the other important thing that a lot of people don't consider, and it's in line with what I just mentioned above, is that it is a stimulus. It is almost like another training session, so that needs to be respected. So if you are getting a deep tissue or sports massage, the therapist is going relatively deep and asking something of the muscles and the soft tissue within your body. So that needs to be respected. So don't go and do a really, really heavy, hard training session, have a massage, and then do another really heavy, hard training session. Even if you are one of those people who responds relatively well and doesn't really feel it, there are things going on at a deeper level, provided the massage is serving that purpose. There are things happening within the body, and we need to respect that and allow that process and the follow-up process to occur. Otherwise, it's going to be a waste of time, effort, and money. So a couple of things to think about. All of these recovery modalities mean nothing if you're not getting enough sleep or your training stimulus is not at an appropriate level. And it's really important to consider how it affects you and what's going on. So understanding what's going on and then what that means for you, like how you're feeling, and therefore how we can manipulate training to ensure you're getting the benefit that we would expect to see from having regular massage. Some people like to have a massage weekly, fortnightly, once a month. I think the key thing is the consistency, like with a lot of things, and having it fairly regularly. And as I mentioned at the top of the video, it's about finding someone and somewhere who, when you are receiving a massage, and you're going to, include that in your regular routine, that it actually has a positive effect for you. And once you do that, then having it regularly and talking with the therapist about what their thoughts are and how it fits, and then also managing that within the context of your program with your coach. So a couple of things to consider and think about. Questions and comments welcome. Hope it helps. Cheers.